TV9 News presentation, A Season to Celebrate, Iowa Hawkeyes Women's Basketball. Sponsored by Kelly Heating and Air, Slager Appliances, Carousel Motors, and Dwell Home Furnishings.
We are at the party of the season right now. It's part group getting together, almost like a family reunion, a friend reunion.
Party.
A block party.
They shut down the street right in front of us, and plenty of people come out.
Absolutely, and we are waiting in just minutes. We will have the bus with the Iowa Hawkeye team pulling up on Clinton Street, and if you can see the way people are positioned, they all have their backs to us, and that's for a reason, Chelsea.
Yes, because the team is expected to go straight down the middle, and these fans want to get as close as they can to this team, and deservedly so. And then the team is expected to go to the front of the Pentacrest where they will speak. We're expected to hear from Iowa head coach Lisa Bluter, as well as Caitlin Clark, and then the two seniors who will be departing after this season, Monica Sonano and McKenna Warnock.
And I mean, the energy here is just electric. Obviously, it is a Friday, which is a bit of a let loose day of the week anyways, but the real energy is coming from the pride so many people feel when it comes to the Hawkeye women's basketball team. And not everybody could travel. Absolutely. Not everybody get to Seattle or get to Dallas or even get to every home game. Right. But they could come tonight. It's free. Lots of families. And they're just ready to party.
I think we could call this the Carver Crest, maybe, like Carver, Pentacrest. We've been calling it Carver North, Carver West, Carver South, wherever this team has gone, because the fans have traveled. They have made the trip. I know you said not everyone obviously can get out to Seattle and Dallas, but plenty have. But this is kind of the party back home, you know, and that's why fans are out here today. For those who couldn't make it out west, down south, they are here today wearing their black and gold, very, very proud. And they know this team. I mean, you look around, we've seen so many, I've seen Hannah Stolke shirts everywhere. Obviously, she's a fan favorite. So many Caitlin Clark shirts. We heard from the gentleman at Iowa Book across the street that they're sold out. They haven't been able to get any for months. No surprise. You see the Grit Like Gabby t-shirts everywhere. I mean, these women are so loved and so popular.
They really are, and they've just redefined the game on so many levels, bringing people together to celebrate women's sports in a way that I've never experienced. And also, it just feels so good. And yes, they made it all the way to the national stage, the national championship game. And although the outcome wasn't what they wanted, I don't think that took an ounce away from how excited people are about this team.
Not at all, not at all. We just heard that the team is almost here. We are expecting their arrival, but feeding off a little bit of what you said, Beth, when talking with Iowa head coach Lisa Bluter, she said the fans during Megan Gustafson's time here at Iowa, they were kind of the older generation, but this team is the young generation, and we've seen so many kids, both girls and boys, here today, but also all over wherever the Hawkeyes are playing.
And you hear people starting to chant, "Let's go Hawks." What is wild, so they're going to be here any minute, but from our vantage point, there are still people streaming through trying to get to the Pentacrest to get a glimpse of where the team is going to be walking through. Now, they do have fences alongside where their path will be, because this is a lot of people, and they're very excited. And there's quite a number of security folks milling in and out as well, which is to be expected anytime you have a crowd of this size. But I'll tell you, things have really gotten quiet all of a sudden. It's like people are holding their breath, waiting for the bus to roll up.
Yes, and it's appropriate now, though, to play AC/DC's Back in Black. I mean, that's just
always
a Hawkeye song, right?
Yes.
But the little kids, they're now on their parents' shoulders. They're trying to get as close as they can to this team, and it is so phenomenal to see. Like you said, Beth, you know, this is the Pentacrest, but across the street, we can still see fans. And they're staying on that side of the street, even though the team's coming this way. They're trying to see them come off the bus, and we are expecting them. They should be just minutes away at this point.
And it was cool meeting the gentleman from Iowa Book, the bookstore, right across the street from us, and he just said, "This is so much fun. This is such a celebration. His only regret is that he doesn't have any more Caitlin Clark T-shirts."
They've been sold out for a while. They're trying to get a shipment back in. I'm sure there'll be more shirts probably made about this season in general, because it has been one just to remember.
So we understand the bus has turned the corner and is heading in our direction. People are craning to get a glimpse of this team. And this really is a celebration for the fans as much as it is for the team and their coaches. This has been a community, a state that has wrapped their arms around this team, and success is easy to jump on the bandwagon for, but people truly feel like this is their team and they're just delighted to be a part of it.
I think it's because of the loyalty that these players have had to this Iowa program. I mean, when you think about it, all 5 starters were together for 3 consecutive years. I mean, in a time where NIL is kind of expanding, where the transfer portal is considered the wild, wild west, these women stuck it out together, and they really finally elevated their game to the stage that they always knew that they were capable of playing at, and that's how you kind of see everything come full circle. It came to fruition. They are so deserving as not only players, but as people, and I think that's the special thing about them is they feel a connection to these women and to these players, as well as just the coaches in general. I mean, Caitlin Clark being from Iowa, many Iowa girls can kind of relate to her story. I mean, Coach Bluter, her career has been in Iowa. I mean, it's kind of just a very Iowa-bred team in a sense.
I mean, I remember watching Hannah Stolke at Wash.
Yes.
You know, we just, those of us feel like they are an extension of our family unit.
Yeah.
And just to see the emotion on their face, I mean, it was a lot that last game. It was so, I mean, the emotion spilled out into places that it just sort of persisted online for a while. There's some conversations that I think the players are like, we're over it. We need everybody else to get over it.
Right.
And they just once again rose above the fray in terms of who they are as people and as leaders and as focusing on the game and focusing on what they can control and what's positive.
I mean, these women are competitors when it comes down to it. And I know that, you know, they are national runner-ups.
Yes.
This doesn't feel like a national runner-up celebration.
That's right.
I mean, this is incredible. And I've seen it all over the country when fans come out to support this team. And we've seen it with ticket sales.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they had to pause season ticket sales because they were too high in demand. First off, University of Iowa, we can't pause them. Here they come. So that means the bus is coming down the street.
I see
Any eyes
flashing
on
lights. I think they're being escorted. They're being led by an officer's vehicle, very similar to that parade vibe you get.
Yes, there's the bus.
And there's the Iowa Hawkeye bus. Oh my goodness, the children on their
a
parents'
nice Iowa
shoulders.
wave too to the women's basketball team as they come through Clinton Street here. Oh, and the phones are out. You can see them everywhere.
Everyone wants to capture a picture of history and be part of this celebration. Not just in this moment, but to share with others. I see players on the bus, some are standing. They are ready to welcome the crowd.
Here they come.
Head coach
Lisa Bluter and Jan Jensen coming out first there. What a sight. Here comes all the coaches. I would have loved to have a camera on the bus.
Right?
See their faces and their reaction to this.
When they see all the crowd,
Absolutely.
as soon as they turn that corner.
Oh, here come the players.
Oh, they got the trophy.
Jada Gampy there with the trophy. What an honor.
Wow.
She gets to hold it.
There's Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, obviously a fan favorite.
I see Monica Sonato. They have huge smiles on their faces.
Looks like we got a hold up. Fans got to get their opportunity to take a photo and say hi to their favorite players. I don't blame them.
It is like a reunion. I'm
Yes.
sure they're seeing their own, classmates and friends and just seeing all that excitement being back in Iowa City after being on the road for these mega tournament moments. What a moment to behold.
Oh, I think their smiles say it all right there. Gabby Marshall with her smile. I don't know if they were expecting this turnout.
We weren't sure. We were told 4,000 in the crowd, and I'm not great at sizing up crowds, but it is packed, and people are still coming.
There's the wave across the street that we were talking about. They're now making their way over here to the Pentacrest, probably to get a closer look of the players that are expected to speak at the podium.
It's a good thing they had that fencing up to keep the players able to stay moving, or I think they would be pulled aside by everybody to get a selfie.
And they're still working their way through.
Mm-hmm.
We have not made our way through. This is one thing that I do love about this team, and you haven't seen it with every Iowa women's basketball team, but after every single game, the players will go to the fans and they will sign autographs. They will take pictures. They make sure that they do that no matter where they are. It's all about growing the game, and these women are absolutely doing it because they take that time to spend with these fans, and that's why they're showing up here today.
I mean, look at this. This is wall-to-wall, black and gold, filling the Pentacrest. You've got the music, the band, the Spirit Squad. Now, people are walking toward the stage because obviously the players are making their way up into the stage, and everybody wants to be as close as they can to them. But I'm telling you, if you didn't get here an hour plus ago, you're going to have a hard time getting very close.
Oh, we're seeing multiple trophies. I believe they brought the Big Ten Championship trophy with them as well as their regional championship. So that's very cool.
There's Caitlin Clark.
And they even got their cowboy hat from Dallas. I don't know who's wearing it. I just saw it peek out in the crowd, though. I loved their gear that they got from Dallas.
Truly a party atmosphere on this Friday night in Iowa City, where you could not have ordered more perfect weather for the event. It is dry, there's a slight breeze, it's in the 80s, mid-April. We could be dealing with downpours. Heck, we could be seeing snow right now. And instead, it's as though the weather knew that the Hawkeyes deserved this level of celebration, and that a crowd would just swell on a Friday night to welcome home and thank the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team.
I mean, wow. Look at that sea of black and gold.
Look at that! Oh.
We were here when there were maybe 2 people, but that crowd is incredible. It's something you've seen all season 2. Obviously, the women selling out Carver as well in their first 2 rounds and even their final game against Indiana. I mean, the growth and support of this team is unreal. I get chills. I get chills thinking about it and seeing it in person, too.
I feel, I've been to Disney World, and the feeling where you look around and everybody is in that vacation mode, and the children are smiling, and the parents, can just sort of relax a little bit and have fun with their kids without worrying about laundry. That's the vibe here.
Yes.
Everybody's just relaxed and happy and just so proud to be part of this team and be part of this moment and be part of this season.
And I think I saw some of the players, Caitlin Clark specifically, snapping a photo of this crowd. I mean, she is trying to take in this moment and this history right now. It's so incredible to see. Oh, we got some selfies.
They too want to capture this moment.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a season that we'll be talking about for the rest of our lives. Imagine being in their shoes. Just tremendous.
They deserve this crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about all they've done this year. Back-to-back Big Ten champions. They got out of the second round of the NCAA tournament, finally getting past the hump here in Iowa City for this group specifically, and then getting to their first national championship game in program history.
Well, we're going to take a break from listening to us as we listen to Lisa Bluter.
What an entrance! Let's give a big round of applause. Before I introduce our first speaker, I would like to say that this group of women has forever changed women's sports in the United States. Let's give them a big round of applause. They have brought so much joy to so many people. I heard this morning from a very good friend of mine, his wife was in hospice, and he said that you people made it so much easier for her treatment, and he wanted me to thank you for that. Go Hawks! At this time, I would like to introduce the 22nd president of your University of Iowa. She is on the front page of the iconic Hawkeye photo taken in Dallas, where number 22 lets you know that the Hawkeyes just beat South Carolina. At this time, let's hear from President Wilson.
Woo! Go Hawks! Woo! Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I am so proud that you're all here to celebrate this amazing team. Iowa City, you rock. Thank you for being here. I want to tell you there are two things. I've been president for 2 years, and now I know I'm famous for two reasons, okay? I'm the 22nd president, and someone else I know shares the number 22, okay? And the second thing I get commented most on now is that Monica Cesano picked me up at the South Carolina game. And more people talk to me about that than anything else. So thank you, ladies. You've helped me a lot. Seriously, this is a great, great moment for us as a university, for women's sports, for this incredible team. And I want to say, I've traveled with them, I've spent time with them. They are just as special as they seem in the media. They are a true, true great group of student athletes. And, you know, I'm a university president, so I have to talk just a moment about academics. All right, I won't go on too long, but I will brag about this team. In front of you, you have 11 all-academic women's basketball honorees. Yeah. The most in school history. Yes, thank you. So while they're traveling around and practicing on the court and doing all the things that make you proud, they're also studying and getting great grades. That is an amazing testament to them and to this university. I also want to shout out to Sharon Goodman. Sharon, stand up for a moment. Sharon, Division I Elite 90 academic, okay, Sharon, there we go. Elite 90 Academic Award. She was the player with the highest GPA at the Final Four. Yeah. So, honestly, they are the whole package. And then, of course, we have to talk about the coaching staff, right? Wow. Lisa, Jan, you are amazing representatives of our university. You show what it means to be a coach through and through. Every moment, you're always coaching, you're always educating. You've garnered lots of awards, but I think what we're most proud of is what incredible human beings you are and how much you're helping to steward these young people to the future. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do for the University of Iowa. We have an incredible thing here, and we're not done yet, all right? We're not done yet. So go Hawks, why not us? Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much.
President Wilson, thank you. At this time, we'd like to welcome the Henry B. and Patricia B. Tippy, Director of Athletics Chair, Gary Barta.
I just have to pinch myself and take video, so if I ever think this is a dream, when I wake up I can watch that video and know it's not a dream, this is real. You all have been amazing. Dave mentioned it earlier, whether it was during the regular season, when we went to Minneapolis, you made it Carver North in the Big Ten tournament, you sold out our arena, you followed us, Seattle, Dallas. We do have the best fans in America. And this crowd today, we'll probably have an official estimate, but I'm just going to call it 10,000. Who's gonna doubt me, right? Who's going to prove me wrong? And I want to take a moment. The whole time we were traveling, the band behind us and the cheer team in front of us, let's give them a hand. They were amazing. I'm incredibly proud of what this team did. But I might even be more proud of how they did it. Just day in and day out, every time we're so proud of our coaches, our student athletes. And speaking of our coaches, President Wilson mentioned it, Lisa Bluter, she has 850 wins in her career. How about that? It was mentioned earlier, she's the all-time winningest coach in Hawkeye history. And just to spread it a little bit wider, nobody in the Big Ten as a women's basketball coach has ever won more Big Ten games than Lisa Bluter. Coach, thank you. Thanks for our entire coaching staff. As we've talked about, never once in your 23 years did you change the way you did it, the way you went about it. You were true to yourself, and look where we are today. And then finally, to our student athletes. You women, you guys are incredible players. Everybody knows that. Everybody's watched that. You're incredible role models. I watch all the young girls across the state and in the arena who look up to you, and I get emails all the time. And you're incredible women. So I'm so glad to have met all of you, known all of you. As the seniors head out, good luck to you. And for the rest of us, as the president said, we're not done yet. So on behalf of everybody in the athletic department, everybody who's ever called themselves a Hawkeye, thank you and go Hawks.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotism.
All right, thank you, Gary. Today is a special day, and joining us next is Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague. Let's hear it for Mayor Teague.
All right. It's celebration time. It's celebration time, Iowa City. Wow. Every now and then I go across the nation and I tell people I'm the mayor of Iowa City, and they say, "Where's that?" That won't happen anymore because of these women right here. All across the nation and the world, you all have done an awesome and amazing job. And on behalf of the city of Iowa City, we are out here today to celebrate you all. Thank you so much. I have a City of Iowa City proclamation that I want to read, and it says, whereas the City of Iowa City is the home to the University of Iowa, the oldest university in the state, and University of Iowa athletics program are one important component of the city's civic pride, and it can spark positive opportunities for shared town and gown community building. And whereas 2023 marks the 50th anniversary of the women's athletic at the University of Iowa, where Dr. Christine Grant was a national leader in advocacy and power for women's sports following the adoption of the Title IX. Today, the Iowa women's basketball team continues to uphold our community historic leadership by inspiring the next generation of female athletes. And whereas the university women's basketball team has had an extraordinary positive impact upon the community under the leadership of Coach Lisa Bluter, now in her 39th year of coaching basketball and her 23rd year as head women's basketball coach at the University of Iowa, Coach Bluter is the winningest coach in the program's history. And whereas Coach Bluter, staff, and the women's players have demonstrated remarkable teamwork, which led to winning the Big Ten championship, driving to the national championship of the NCAA basketball tournament, and led to star guard Caitlin Clark receiving multiple top national honors and awards. Give it up for her. And whereas the culture of the U of I women basketball program has had an enormous impact on the community through the unselfish character of the entire team, for they model, and there are young people that are looking at y'all. They have provided young athletes a positive model everywhere. And for that, this is what it means to be a Hawkeye. And whereas the athletic performance and understanding leadership and spirit of the women's basketball team has contributed to growth of the fan base in Iowa athletics, brought joy to thousands of fans, and has become a point of civic pride in the Iowa City community and beyond. Now, therefore, I, Bruce Teague, Mayor of Iowa City, do hereby proclaim April 14, 2023 to be Iowa Women's Basketball Team Day. And I'm going to present this to our coach, Lisa Bluter.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Teague. What an incredible honor for a well-deserved group of people.
Oh my, this is unbelievable, honestly. I got off the bus and I had tears in my eyes again. I have shed a lot of tears of joy this month, some of sadness, but mostly of joy. I'm so thankful for all of you, thankful for coming, out tonight to celebrate with us. But thank you for your support all season long. It has been a historic year for our program, there is no doubt. And I can't think of making history with anybody else but every one of you guys. So thank you so much. Historic year, being the state champions of Iowa after sweeping UNI Drake and Iowa State. Being Big Ten tournament champions. And then, of course, advancing to a Final Four. And not only that, but in that Final Four game, defeating the University of South Carolina, the defending national champions, ranked #1 the entire season, and the winners of 42 straight until they met the Iowa Hawkeyes. Playing in the national championship game is something I'll never forget. When they introduced the lineups, I'd been to the Final Four so many times, and when they said, "Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the national championship of women's basketball," I had to look around and pinch myself a little bit and be just so thankful to be there. I've been incredibly blessed with unbelievable fans. And like Gary Barta said, man, we turned Carver Hawkeye Arena, selling it out like over and over again. Having to put a stop on season ticket sales in April. Turning Minneapolis into Carver Hawkeye North, to the Moda Center in Seattle, to Iowa City Carver West. And then finally, turning Dallas into Carver Hawkeye Arena South. I have never seen so many Iowa Hawkeye fans in Dallas, and I don't know, they drove, they flew, they hitchhiked. I don't know how you got down there, but you got down there, and it was so special. And we obviously wish that we could have brought the championship home to you. But honestly, it's easy to be #1, and I'm proud of the way that my women were #2. I think you can learn a lot on being #2 by the way this group acted, the way they represented this great university and this great state and the sport of women's basketball after the championship game. Of course, the support from our athletic director, Gary Barta, is just so important to the success of our program. And I can tell you, President Wilson was with us every single step of the way. Yeah, Dallas was amazing, but nothing compares to Carver Hawkeye Arena. I get the opportunity to introduce my staff because I have the best women's basketball staff in the nation. So we're going to have them stand up, come up here. You guys, I want to introduce all of them before we introduce the team. But as you know, you'll hear from Associate Coach Jan Jensen here in a few minutes. Assistant Coach Abby Stamp. Assistant Coach Raina Harmon. Somebody I couldn't live without, just remember that, Coach Jenny Fitzgerald. our player development coach, Catherine Reynolds. Our video coordinator and does all of our analytics for us, Ben Lober. Our director of basketball operations, Hannah Bluter. She keeps them fed. And Lizzie Dinkelman, I can't ever get it right. She got married and it tricks me up every time. Lindsay Alexander, our strength and conditioning coach. And Andrea, our athletic trainer. Keeps them all healthy. We do have great women, and we're going to introduce them here in a second. And as President Wilson alluded to, not only are they great players, they're great students. Last semester, our grade point average was a 3.56. We have two outstanding seniors that are graduating in May. McKenna Warnock's going to go off and be a dentist. Monica Sinano going to be a doctor after she gets done playing for the LA Sparks. But they are role models through and through in every regard. And I don't know, there's so many things about this team that I am thankful for, but honestly, one of the biggest ones is sharing it with you. And that if the hope that we brought joy to everybody in our community. I do believe this team changed the way that people think about women's basketball, not only in Iowa, but across the country. 10 million fans tuned in to our championship game. The highest women's basketball viewership ever of a women's national championship game. Again, I wish I could say thank you to each of you personally. You mean so much to our program, so please understand, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so glad to be a Hawkeye, but I'm even gladder that all of you are as well. Thank you, and go Hawks!
And now it's time to introduce your 2022-2023 National Championship runners-up, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team. Let's hear it for them. A freshman guard from Fremont, Nebraska, number 2, Taylor McCabe. Freshman forward from Johnston, Iowa, number 23, Jada Jimfy. Freshman forward from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 45, Hannah Stokey. Sophomore guard and birthday girl from Chicago, Illinois, number 3, Sid Folder. Sophomore guard from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 34, A.J. Ediger. Sophomore guard from Aurora, Colorado, number 44, Eddie O'Grady. Redshirt sophomore center from Lime Springs, Iowa, number 40, Sharon Goodman. Junior guard from Sycamore, Illinois, number 4, Kylie Fearbach. Senior guard from Midland, Michigan, number 1, Molly Davis. Senior guard from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 24, Gabby Marshall. Redshirt senior guard from Edwardsville, Illinois, number 20, Kate Senior forward from Madison, Wisconsin, number 14, McKenna Warnock. Fifth-year center senior from Watertown, Minnesota, the 26th overall pick in the WNBA draft to the Los Angeles Sparks, number 25, Monica Sanano. And junior guard from West Des Moines, Iowa, National Player of the Year, number 22, Caitlin Clark. Let's hear it for your Iowa women's basketball team. Our unanimous Player of the Year is going to take the mic. Take it away, Caitlin Clark.
Woo! Let's go! Yeah! All right, first of all, it's Sydney's birthday and Coach Bluter's birthday on Sunday, so stand up here. Who likes to sing? I like to sing, all right? I bet you better sing with me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sid and Coach Bluter. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Yeah. Okay, I think we have a Q&A, a little Q&A. You guys can stay standing. All right, first question. What is your favorite memory from this season? Good question. We got Kate.
All right, my favorite memory was when Caitlin Clark hit the game winner versus Indiana in front of a sold-out crowd. That's my favorite memory.
I promise I didn't pay her to say that. Swear to God. Anybody else? Come on. Gabby Marshall, baby! Woo!
Well, since I'm from Ohio, I would say when we smacked Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and we beat them at their place when they were ranked number 2 in America and hadn't lost.
Wow! Yeah! Anybody else? Come on, there's a lot of memories from this year. Okay, funniest moment from this year. There was a lot of funny moments. Who has a funny story? Appropriate ones only.
Okay, so when we went to Ohio State, my bag actually got stuck in Iowa City. I didn't have my uniform or anything, so I had to wear one of the manager's clothes to shoot around the day before. And Hannah's parents got my uniform there on time. Thank you, Hannah's parents.
Hannah's parents, Operation Mon Bag. She got her bag in time, and then she beat the number 2 team in the country. That's all she does. She's a beast. All right, anybody else? Funny moments. Huh? I didn't hear, but anybody else? Funny moment. Come on. I know you guys gotta have a funny story. Somebody. I mean, every moment I have is funny. Come on now. Okay, what's your favorite thing about being part of the Iowa women's basketball team? I know you guys can talk about this for a while, so. Hannah, come on. Hey, 6th player of the year! 6th player of the year! Yeah! All right, what was your favorite part? First year.
Just getting to experience everything with all these wonderful ladies.
Hannah's gonna cry. She cries all the time.
Don't do me like that, man.
It's okay. It's all right. Good job. Hannah's gonna be a beast next year. Watch out. All right, Mon. How about Mon? Can I get a let's go Sparks? Let's go Sparks. Let's go Sparks. Let's go Sparks. All right, what's your favorite part of your journey here at Iowa?
Yeah, I think my favorite part of the journey's here, because I've had a lot of them. Getting to play with so many amazing people. I mean, best point guard in the country. I've played with 3 Big Ten Players of the Year throughout my career. I've just been blessed with the best friends, best coaching staff I could have ever asked for. So winning's fun, but doing it with them is way better.
McKenna's gonna be a dentist. I mean, come on. Better get on her wait list now. Pay her. Let's go.
I mean, everything. Being at the best university in America, having the best fans in America, and the best team in America. So, everything, all the above.
Enough said. Anyone else? Kylie, Jada, Sydney? I think the birthday girl should probably say something. What do you guys think? Probably. What's your favorite, memory from this year, would you say? Or your time here?
I would say just getting to travel to a bunch of different states and play in different stadiums with my best friends. It's been a great experience so far, and I can't wait to see what's more to come.
Facts. All right, well, I think other than that, anybody else have any last words? I think other than what they said, we wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. We're very lucky. Somebody told me they were expecting 1,000 people here today. I said, you're way wrong. You're way wrong. And you guys didn't disappoint. You made me right. So I appreciate that. But seriously, we're very lucky we get to play in a place that supports women's basketball and women's athletics in general, the way you guys do. So we're very grateful. And obviously we get to play for a coaching staff that, supports women's athletics as well. And, Gary Barta is one of our biggest supporters, President Wilson. They've been traveling with us for 2 weeks nonstop. So we're pretty lucky in that regard, but I don't think we would have gotten to where we did if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you. I know a ticket to next year is going to be really hard to come by, so you better be ready. I think we got the best show on hardwood, so get your tickets when you can. We love you guys, and next year, let's be here, celebrate a national championship! Woo! Woo!
Let's hear it for number 22, Caitlin Clark. What an exceptional group of women representing the Hawkeyes. Don't you fans agree? We had a blast down in Dallas. We had a blast in Seattle. There were so many Iowa Hawkeye women alum that came out to support this great group of women. What a great sorority group of former Hawkeyes. And if some of you are here, we would like to thank you for all you did, laying the groundwork for an exceptional group of people. One of those people you need to follow on Twitter. She's the most inspirational person on Twitter. Your very own Coach of the Year, Associate Head Coach of the Year, Jan Jensen.
All right, well, I have the job of wrapping it up, and there's really not much more that can be said that hasn't already been said. But there's a couple entities I wanted to make sure. What makes a team run is really the managers. Can we get a big round of applause for our managers over here? I tell you what, those guys, they take a beating every single day, and they helped us become as good as we are. They're really selfless, just like a lot of our team and our entire coaching staff. I also want to give a big shout out to the Spirit Squad. Where's the Spirit Squad is tremendous. Right there, you guys are always there. I know Mr. Barter mentioned it, but we want to thank you too and our band back there. You guys are incredible. You're with us all season long. Thank you so very much. And you guys, as fans, one of the most incredible moments that any team ever experiences is when you get to cut down that net, and when you get to feel that excitement, and when you get to have that confetti rain down. So there's a lot of times when these women, they're practicing in the gyms, I am certain that they remember what that raining down of confetti feels like. They remember what it feels like to have the fans rushing to the court, but they can't quite get on the floor. So what we wanted to do is I'm gonna give you a little insight to the inspiration. I need our coaches to come up, and especially Abby Emmert Stamp. I'm gonna tell you, Coach Reyna and Coach Stamp, Coach Fitz is the guru of gurus when it comes to strategies and getting scouting reports ready. And everybody has their share and takes their turn. But now Raina can drop some bars with raps with ease. Let me tell you, she's got many talents. Well, I tell you, when we were getting ready to go to the Big Ten tournament, well, little Abby Emmett from Winterset, Iowa, decides she's going to drop some bars, and she's going to get everybody fired up on our team in our locker room about getting this confetti. So we're going to have the team come up here, and Abby's going to lead us in what got us going, and you guys are going to help us. And you're gonna experience a little bit of confetti, but we all got to get this rap going. Here we go.
Well, I'll just say one thing. Usually we stick to our strengths, which is what makes us so good, but this is one time we've stepped out of it. Okay, so we ready? Here we go, ready? Ring, bling, confetti, we ready?
Ring, bling, confetti,
we ready? Ring, bling, confetti, we ready? Ring, bling, confetti, we ready?
Thank you, Hawkeyes. See you next year. Let's go.
I mean, wow. What? You can't ask for a better celebration than
Right?
the confetti cannon at the end of it.
And a rap to kick off that confetti. You see just how much fun they have together, and it's silly when it needs to be or doesn't need to be, and serious in getting them to business and tactical strategy on the hardwood. I mean, it really is the best about team sports when you watch this group interact.
Absolutely. I mean, like they said, they usually, besides Coach Abby doing that rap, she usually sticks to her strengths.
Yeah.
However, this is a team that has really rallied around their strengths this entire season. You see it playing out on the floor, but that takes work in order to get everyone to kind of buy into a culture like that where they accept and understand their role on the team, but that's why they were on the national stage this year.
Absolutely, and you've got your 5 starters who played together consistently for so long, and they recognize that their team is beyond those 5. They acknowledge their managers, players who maybe don't get many minutes on the floor, as well as their full coaching staff and the Spirit Squad. I mean, that was just, they really do treat the entire entity with so much respect, and it's not just a me game, even though you have your standouts. I mean, hi, National Player of the Year. And who knew Caitlin Clark was such an effective hype person?
Wow, the way she owned that stage today, right? I didn't expect anything less, but at the same time, I didn't expect that either. But it truly is what made this team so special, rallying around a talent like her, a generational talent that she is. But I mean, these women are on to beyond. They mentioned Monica moving on to the LA Sparks. That's huge. McKenna's going to dental school.
Yes.
These women are so well-rounded.
Absolutely, and we are so grateful to be a small part of the celebration, getting to be here on literally Celebration Success Party on the Pentacrest. And I have a feeling that the restaurants and other entities around the Pentacrest tonight are going to be very full and very lively. And it was so great to see this community come together. It obviously is a university team, but it is not a university-focused only celebration. We heard from the president of the university, but I saw a lot of kids who are younger than 5 years old running around with their families. One of my cousins from the Quad Cities that I haven't, or Chicago that I haven't seen in years, she stopped by. I mean, this is a wildly fun and upbeat experience, and I just am so grateful that we got paid to do it.
Absolutely. It's so hard not to cheer for this team. I mean, they're so inviting, and I mean, you can see the crowd behind us. They're lining up once again to make sure they can say goodbye to this team and thank you. In a sense, thank you for doing what they've done all year, for playing the way that they do, but also just being the people that they are. They are so infectious. I think that's why there are so many fans wanting to get a ticket to make sure that they can see this team and see them up close and in person.
Get season tickets, and they had to put that on pause because of the popularity. And as people are now pushing and getting closer to where the team, we understand, will be exiting, and you see the bus is there waiting for them, them. I mean, it just concludes such a spectacular season. But Chelsea, doesn't it feel like this is the beginning of something?
I hope so. You can only hope so. But I mean, Coach Bluter even said it when she was coming off the bus that she had tears in her eyes. It is so meaningful for this team to see the support that they have all season. I mean, they know that they've been there all around the world, but they were here today in Iowa City where it all started this season, which is so, so, so special.
Outstanding experience. Thank you so much for being a part of our live coverage on KCRG 9.2 of the Hawkeye Women's Basketball Celebration. And we hope you have a spectacular weekend.
Live and local on KCRG 9.2. This has been a KCRG TV9 News special presentation. A season to celebrate. Iowa Hawkeyes Women's Basketball. Sponsored by Kelly Heating and Air, Slager Appliances, Carousel Motors, and Dwell Home Furnishings.